there is a Lanterns press blackout. Alan and I have seen the first episode of Lanterns, and after the show, we are reviewing Lanterns, and we will set the review to post on Sunday night directly after the episode airs at, I believe, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You will see our review of episode 1 of Lanterns. However, we were given a screener, and normally what you're allowed to do is we give our non-spoiler review of the episode. In an unprecedented move, there is a press blackout. Thank you for supporting Lanterns. I would love to be sitting here telling you about, I have lots of Lantern stuff to go over, but this is what we were sent. Thank you for supporting Lanterns. To help maintain a spoiler-free viewing experience, we kindly ask that you refrain from revealing the following specific plot points or spoilers prior to debut in your coverage reviews. Please hold these details and refrain from posting or publishing them until the episode has finished airing at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Episode 1 airing August 16th. Please do not reveal any of the below plot points until the conclusion of the episode. And of course,
let's go through those plot points real quick.
No, I cut that off. This, can I just say, and for clarification, I reached out to the publicist. I said, so we can't even do a social media reaction to Lanterns? They said, no. If I knew this, I wouldn't have bothered to ask for the screener. What's the point of me seeing it in advance if I can't tell you about it? And last night there was a premiere. This has, in my years of doing this has never happened. We usually, now, the spoilers I get, and the ones they listed, don't talk about these until after it airs. And by the way, you can't talk about anything until after it airs. Whoever came up with this is not only, this is very, I feel the people that were involved in this decision are scared of the reaction. And what does that tell you about their confidence in the show? Alan, you've been doing this not as long as I have, but have you ever experienced this?
No. And look, let's be real. If you had a good product, you'd want people to talk about it. You'd want to build the hype. You want to get people excited to watch it. Say, even us saying possibly, I have seen the greatest television show I've ever seen in my lifetime. Or I've seen a really good television show that I've seen recently. Those are simple things they could have let us say.
Yeah. Just you could
because
say,
because look, to their credit, I think they understand the product they have.
Right. But the fact that they're not allowing anyone to discuss it is bizarre. But guess what? The cast was out for a premiere. I don't know where this took place. And Kyle Chandler, who plays Hal Jordan, he had some things to say.
I bet it was the WB lot.
Yeah, here it is.
When I first read the script, I was pretty much swayed. And then the wife and the daughter read it with me, and they both said, you got to do this. And within minutes, I called my agent and manager, and I said, I'm in. And that was without even knowing where it goes or what's in the second script. So it was obvious to me what was on the page, and I thought it was a great opportunity to have a really enjoyable time, and the material allowed, as I saw it, for just about anything was possible. And I also knew that the people who were in charge of things were very talented and good writers, and the whole deal. I felt very safe. Yeah.
And Friday Night Lights, and I was a huge fan of early edition. Where does Lanterns rank for you as far as?
It's in one of the top 3 for sure. Yeah. Friday Night Lights, Bloodline, early edition, Friday Night. In this, there's 4 of lightning in a bottle that I've managed to get. Yeah, very fortunate. Yeah.
One of the cool things that goes along with being a superhero, I got to ask, the suit. What was the experience like the first time you put on the lantern suit?
It really is a great suit. It's a fantastic suit. It's I got to be present from the initial creating of the suit. So piece by piece, the conversations around me, and the only thing they forgot to do is they forgot to put a zipper in it. That's another story.
By the way, we can describe the suit. It's a spandex suit with little white dots on them.
It's actually not, but we
we
can't even tell you because there is a press blackout. Even though if you look on X and you look up lanterns, I mean, there's press out there for lanterns. There's red carpet. There's
coverage. There's
coverage.
No reviews.
There's coverage.
I mean, the fact that they're not talking about the return of the Wonder Twins is amazing to me.
Yeah. So,
but the other point he made was he got the script for lanterns, and who does he give it to? His wife and his daughter.
Yeah, it's utterly ridiculous what they're doing. So we will put out a spoiler-filled review, and we're gonna put it out Sunday night. And then we will discuss it with everyone on Versus. So be there for that. There was some other red carpet stuff here that I found that could be interesting to check out. But I just don't get what their logic is.
I think we do get where their logic is, and it has to do with the quality of the show.
Well, here's Damon Lindelof talking about it. Let me put this full screen so we can watch this commentary here.
We've already kind of heard some rumblings about maybe a season 2. I don't know if you could give us an update, but what is your overall plan? What do you foresee?
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me back this up. Let's go. Here we go.
We've already kind of heard some rumblings about maybe a season 2. I don't know if you could give us an update, but what is your overall plan? What do you foresee for lanterns on television?
You know, we came into this with the sort of attitude that this was a mystery with a beginning, middle, and end. We had a story to tell about characters that we really cared about, and we would want the audience to kind of get to know them over the course of the first season and really invest in them. And then that story ended. But of course, if it's successful and people love it, there's a lot of runway to launch into future seasons. Mm-hmm. So I'm working on a new HBO show that I started right when we finished writing Lanterns. But I think Chris Mundy, it's been reported, has already started a new writer's room, figuring out what new stories could be for Lanterns.
Is there anyone previously that you've worked with that you would love to see pop into the show?
Oh, acting wise?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyone and everyone. I worked with a great actor, Yahya Abdul-Mateen III, who would be great. He was in the old version of the DCU. He was in played the bad guy in the Aquaman movies. And I'd see Regina or Justin Theroux or Carrie Coon in any DCU project.
Excellent, Wes.
All right. We don't need to see more of this. But I see from doing a search, there are already reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Somebody broke embargo and it's out there. So I'm going to give you my social reaction. Okay. Just me, Alan. Okay. I don't want to put you at risk. Okay. Someone miscommunicated, and I'll just tell you my social reaction to Lanterns, which is it's very much in tone like True Detective. Very much in tone. And I will say, when you first see Hal Jordan, you see him in the suit. You'll see him in the suit. And it does unfold. There is a mystery that unfolds. And it takes place the show takes place in 2 eras. And anything else I say is going to be spoilery. But everything you've heard about most of what you've heard about Hal Jordan is true. And I'll leave it at that. I can't, if I go any further, I'm going to get into spoilers, and I really shouldn't. But I'll just say, I can't tell you, having only seen episode 1, I'll say I am, the way it ends, I really am interested in seeing episode 2. It got me interested. And what I like most about what I've seen of Lanterns, which is only the first episode, what I like the most about it is so not the Gunverse. It's the quippy Marvel humor. Now there is humor and banter and that like good cop, bad cop rivalry that exists. I love Aaron Pierre is amazing as Jon Stewart. We see him as a young boy, admiring Hal Jordan. His father is training him in a way that is dangerous, but Aaron Pierre is a great Jon Stewart. And honestly, Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan is excellent. I think people are going to have issues with the way that Hal Jordan was written, is what I'll say. And there's a very specific moment, it's not the spoilers, where they're not talking about the spoilers that I can't talk about why he's not in the suit, and it's effing lame. We'll get into more details in our spoiler review, which we'll post on Sunday. And I apologize for this. I know we put it on the thumbnail, but my reaction is, since Gunn, this is the thing that is the most interesting. Is it the best? Wait and see. It's only episode 1. But I like this specifically because it's not influenced by Gunn. It's the description of this being True Detective with 2 cops, 2 like space cops, is very accurate. It takes itself very seriously. I do think there's a really unnecessary sex scene that I'm shocked they put in a show about Green Lantern, where Jon Stewart has intimate relations with the wife of another man, and he seems okay with it. I mean, this, Now, the thing is, in spite of all the problems I have with the first episode, the way it ends, I can't wait to see episode 2. But I'm going to watch it along with you and give you, we'll probably be talking about it on Versus almost every week for the next month or so, because I think this show is going to cause controversy, and it has the potential to get more interest in what Gunn is doing, or it has the potential to kill it for good. I don't know which way it's going because I've only seen episode 1, but the way it ended, I was like, well, I can't wait to see the next episode.